Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Hi friends, and welcome. Today we are here to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It is season 6, episode 7, called Once More with Feeling, and I am so freaking excited for this. I have definitely heard the title of this episode, so I know it's a big one. I don't really know much about the episode other than I strongly believe this is a musical episode. I could be totally off, and I kind of hope I'm not, because if it's like not a musical episode, I'm gonna sound insane. I tried to give a little bit of thought as to like how this musical episode could like happen. I think I came up with like 3 bullet points, which was like it could have something to do with Willow and the spells that she's doing. I don't know, it feels, I don't think that's the one. It could be like the crazy trio doing something. I mean, musicals seem like a different genre because they seem very sci-fi, so it feels like it would be a little bit of a punishment to them if everybody was singing stuff. I don't think, I couldn't really see those people sitting down and just watching musicals for fun. So I don't think it's them either. And then my last bullet point was Ethan, just because like, come on, we didn't see him last season, and like, I just really want to see him again. And I thought, you know, who's somebody that would just randomly stir shit up? And my mind was like, Ethan. So I'm not sure, because this is all based off the premise that something is going to happen and these people are going to be singing, like, I want to say in real life, but the thing is, I don't know how they're going to go about this. I do think if it's like a musical episode, it's going to be a lot more like Monster of the Week-ish than actually focusing on a big bad. But on the off chance that it actually isn't a musical episode and that I'm insane, then I do think we would probably focus a little bit more on the actual big bad of the season rather than just going for a Monster of the Week. We would have to see a little bit of the trio, and I think we would have to focus on a little bit more of Willow and what it means to have done this to Tara, which I'm still very betrayed, by the way. I was rewatching that episode yesterday. That scene hurts because I just want to enjoy them being adorable and cute, you know, just like laying in bed together. And I was just like so extremely bothered by Willow doing that to her. Out of all the people, there's one person we shouldn't mess with the brain, and that's Miss Tara. You know, just based off the end of season 5. And in general, the other sort of thing that was a little bit stuck on my mind yesterday was, I hope this is a happy episode. I hate to say it, and don't remind me that I said this, but it's true. The sad episodes are usually the best ones. I mean, the body, I will always remember you. Like, those episodes have a special place in my heart because I feel like they're actually probably the best ones of the show. But I do love me a like upbeat, happy, let's forget about all of our troubles types of episodes as well. And you know, like I said, I know the title of 3 episodes. One of them was Hush, one of them was The Body. So I'm kind of just really hoping that Once More with Feeling is more in like the Hush part of things, where it's like a standalone episode which is incredible and not at all sad, because Hush gave me so much serotonin, and I'm gonna need the serotonin right now. I already made plans for later today, so if this episode wrecks me like The Body did, which I'm, like I said, please don't, then I'm fucked, okay? It took me a whole month since I saw the last episode to finally be able to sit down and watch this one, which is the exact same thing that happened to me with Hush. Because I remember that I was like, as soon as I read the title for Hush, it was one of the titles that I knew, and I was so excited because I knew it was a huge episode, and that was the exact moment that I had to move. So the exact same thing happened where I had to wait a couple months to watch Hush because I was moving, and then now, of course, I read the title for Once More with a Feeling, and I had to take a whole month off from reacting to Buffy so that I could move back to Brazil. So this is just really unfair, but I also know that anytime that I want to have a good Buffy episode, all I gotta do is move across the world. So it feels good to know that like I can just summon that, so it seems. I'm just so excited for this episode. You guys have no idea how long I have been waiting to watch this episode. I have been at the tip of my toes of excitement for the past month since I saw that the next episode was this one. So I'm excited we can get into it. As always, if you want to check out the extended reactions with the full episode, make sure you check my Patreon. The link is going to be in the description. If I stay at my current schedule, this probably means that my Patreon's going to be like a whole season ahead of YouTube. So if you're curious on seeing season 7, I'm going to assume it's going to be up on Patreon, so make sure you go check that out whenever this hits YouTube. And thank you all so much for watching this with me, and let's frickin' do it. Gosh, I want to just live in this bubble of excitement right now because it's just, I love it. Oh. Okay, we're starting off. Okay. I'm so overwhelmed. Oh, sweetie. Wow, is there gonna be no dialogue at all this episode? What's happening?
Every single night, the same arrangement. I go out and fight the fight. Still, I always feel the strangest estrangement. Nothing here is real, nothing here is right. I was just hoping no one knows that I've been going through the motions, walking through the part. Nothing seems to penetrate my heart. I was always brave and kind of righteous. Now I find I'm wavering.
She ain't got that swing.
Thanks for noticing.
She does pretty well with fiends from hell, but lately we can tell that she's just going through the motions. Faking it somehow.
Will I stay this way forever? Sleepwalk through my life's endeavor.
How can I repay?
Whatever, I don't wanna be going through the motions, losing all my drive. I just wanna be alive.
Ouch! Okay, I don't know. I'm feeling very overwhelmed. I know that I was expecting it, but that was very different. I am so intrigued right now.
Last night, did anybody, burst into song?
Oh!
Merciful Zeus.
We thought it was just us.
Well, sorry.
It was bizarre.
What?
We were talking and then it was like...
Like you were in a musical.
What? It's happening in real life.
What did you sing about?
I don't remember. But it seemed perfectly normal.
Because I, for one,
I've got a theory that it's a demon, a dancing demon. Nah, something isn't right there.
I've got a theory, some kid is dreaming, and we're all stuck inside his wacky Broadway nightmare. It's getting eerie, what's this cheery singing all about?
I can't.
I've got a theory, it could be Bonnie's.
Of course.
I've got a buddies aren't just cute like everybody supposes. They got them hoppy legs and twitchy little noses. Hey, buddies, it must be buddies. Or maybe midgets. What can't we face if we're together? It's do or die. Hey, I've died twice. What can we...
No trauma dumping right now, ma'am. We're singing. Look at Tara and Willow.
Is it only happening to us? That would probably mean a spell.
Yeah, where's Dawn? Is she affected?
They got the mustard.
It's not just us.
He gave birth to a pterodactyl.
Oh my god, did it sing?
So, you guys too, huh?
I can't do this.
That's right. The volume. The text. Locknells might be relevant.
She's gonna steal it.
So I'm open to anything.
Okay, Dawn, let's talk about it.
Do we have any books at all at home? Well, who wants to be cooped up on a day like this? The boys really thought I was hot? Entirely. Oh my god. I'm cured. I want the boys. Do I have to fight to keep you? Because I'm not large with the butch. I'm just not used to that.
And you can't imagine what they see in you.
I know exactly what they see in me.
If they do a love song right now, no, I'm going to lose it.
Live my life in shadow, never the sun on my face. It didn't seem so sad though, I figured that was my place. Now I'm bathed in light, something just isn't right. I'm under your spell, how else could it be? Anyone would notice me. I saw a world enchanted, spirits and charms in the air. I'm under your spell, nothing I can do. You just took my soul with you. You worked your charm so well. Finally I knew everything I dreamed was true. I can feel you inside. I'm under your spell, searching like the sea. Pulled to you so helplessly. You make me complete.
Oh my god!
You make me complete. You make me.
I bet they're not even working.
Don't cut from that scene! Keep it to just make the entire series that. Just keep going forever. Wow.
Songs, dancing around. What's gonna be wrong with that?
Oh.
That's entertainment.
So it is a little demon bitch boy. Just let them sing. This is fun.
This
I've almost got
man
that.
that I plan to entangle, isn't he fine? 'Cause the only trouble is, I'll never tell.
She is the one, she's such wonderful fun, such passion and grace. Warm in the night when I'm right in her tight embrace, tight embrace. I'll never let her go. The love we've known can only grow. There's just one thing that, no, I'll never tell.
Oh.
He snores,
She wheezes.
say housework and he freezes.
She eats these skeezy cheeses that I can't describe.
His penis got diseases from a Shumash tribe.
The vibe gets kind of scary. She's needy, she's also really greedy. She
His
never.
eyes are beating.
This is my verse, hello. She.
Look at me!
Okay.
I'm dancing crazy!
Oh my god.
You're the cutest of the Scoobies with your lips as red as rubies and your firm yet supple tight embrace.
He'll always be my feller.
That's why I'll never tell her that I'm petrified.
I've read this tale. There's wedding then betrayal.
I've tried, but there's these fears I can't quell. Is she looking for a pot of gold?
Will I look good when I've gotten old?
Yes.
Am I crazy?
Am I dreaming?
Am I marrying a demon? We could really raise the beam and making marriage a hell. So thank God I'll never tell. I swear that I'll never tell.
Oh gosh, guys.
I'll never tell.
Oh my god. This is amazing.
Giles, you gotta stop it.
Well, I am looking into some leads.
I think that hydrant wasn't there. Why can't you let it go?
As in burnt up? Somebody set people on fire?
As far as I can tell, these people
God.
burnt up from the inside and spontaneously combusted.
You pulled her out of an untold hell dimension. Ergo the weirdness. The important thing is to be there for her.
I'm helping her as much as I can, but
For a second, I thought he was gonna say he was gonna leave. Giles, I'm still very scared. Like, don't even think about it. Oh!
The sun sets and she
Spike,
appears.
fuck. Oh, yeah, I want to see you sing,
Come
boy.
serenade me?
So you know what's going on.
I remain immune, happy to say. Drink?
You're all bad moody.
It's nothing. Glad you could stop by.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I died so many years ago. You can make me feel like it isn't so. And why you come to be with me, I think I finally know. You're scared, ashamed of what you feel. And you can't tell the ones you love, you know they couldn't deal. And whisper in a dead man's ear, that doesn't make it real. Being with you touches me more than I can say. And since I'm only dead to you, I'm saying stay away. And let me rest in peace. You got will and slave, and you just love to play the thought that you might misbehave. But till you do, I'm telling you, stop visiting my grave. I know I should go, but I follow you like a man possessed. If my heart could beat, it would break my chest. But I can see you're unimpressed. Let me rest in peace.
Oh, shit.
Let me get some sleep. Let me rest in peace. Why won't you let me rest in peace?
Oh. I thought they were gonna make out, man.
So, you're not staying then?
No. Alfandra! Just please kiss him.
Do they know who summoned it?
They don't even know its name yet.
Oh, did Dawn accidentally summon it?
That fight you guys had about magic and stuff?
Oh, fuck.
It gives me belly rumblings when you guys fight.
Willow and I never thought about
It's okay. It's just, you guys are so great together.
Oh,
Dawn, there's something I need at the shop. Will you be okay for a little while?
oh God. I can't believe, like, that. See, this way you don't do magic. Fuck. What are you thinking, Dawn? I'm very curious. What's in your mind?
Does anybody even notice? Does anybody even care?
Motherfucker! What? Oh, gosh. Dawn is safe this season. Please, get the memo. This is not okay. We're not kidnapping Dawn. This is... Oh. No. What's happening? Okay. Okay. Those masks are extremely disturbing. That's really awesome to make like a fight scene into a musical number. I love this.
Why'd you run away? Don't you like my style?
Oh, nice.
I come from the imagination, and I'm here strictly by your invocation. So what do you say? All these melodies, they go on too long. Then that energy starts to come on way too strong.
Oh, I see.
That's the penalty when life is but a song. 'Cause I know what you feel.
Now you see, you and me wouldn't be very regal. See my sister's the Slayer.
The Slayer?
Yeah.
Now we're partying. That's what it's all about.
I think he's a really fascinating demon. Like, I don't want to be best friends with him. He's not threatening. He's a nice man.
I'm just worried this whole session's gonna turn into some training montage from an 80s movie.
Do it, do it, do it.
Have you spoken to Dawn about that incident at Halloween?
I thought you took care of that.
Right.
What would I do without you? Okay, I'm ready.
Oh,
You're not ready for the world outside. You keep pretending, but you just can't hide. I know I said that I'd be standing by your side, but
You what, Giles?
and I'm the reason that you're standing still. But I wish I could say the right words to lead you through this land. Wish I could play the father and take you by the hand. Wish I could stay, but now I understand. I am standing in the way.
No!
The cries around you, you don't hear at all. You know I'm here to take that call.
Giles, fuck no!
Just lie there when you should be standing tall. But
That's impressive stunt, Buffy.
I'm standing in the way. I'm just standing.
You are not!
Did you just say something?
Why didn't she listen? Oh, I hate this so much.
Thought, how can this be? Playing with my memory. You know I've been through hell. There'll be nothing left of me. You made me believe.
It'll grieve me 'cause I love you so.
Oh my gosh!
Wish I could say
Wish I
the
could
right
trust that
words
it was
to lead
just
you
this
through
once,
this
but I
land.
must do
Wish
what
I could
must.
play
I can't
the
adjust
father.
to this day. Wish I could stay.
Oh my gosh. What a duet!
Is this a demon guy?
Yeah.
Works for him.
Oh, please don't fight, guys. I can't do this.
Sing.
My master has the Slayer's sister hostage at the Bronze because she summoned him, and at midnight he's going to take her to the underworld to be his queen.
Buffy's going alone.
What?
I don't want your opinion, Spike. I'll never want your opinion.
A little confusion spell could. No. I mean, I don't think it'll help.
Forget him, Slayer. I got your back.
Thought you wanted me to stay away from you. Isn't that what you sang?
Spike sing a little song?
Would you say it was a breakaway pop hit or more of a book number?
Let it go, sweetie.
It's up to you, Buffy.
What do you expect me to do?
Your best.
Are you kidding me? I don't like that. I don't, no.
I touch the fire and it freezes me. Why can't I feel my skin should crack and peel? I want the fire back. I will walk through the fire, 'cause where else can I turn? I will walk through the fire.
Yes, you will, Queen.
I hope she fries. I'm free if that bitch dies. I better help her out.
Will this do a thing to change her? Am I leaving Dawn in danger?
Yes!
Is my Slayer too far gone to care?
What are you talking about?
We'll see it through, it's what we're always here to do. So we will walk through the fire.
Do it!
I guess my friends can't face the cold. But why I froze, not one among them knows. And never
came from the grave, much graver.
First he'll kill her, then I'll save her.
Everything is turning out so dark. I think this line's mostly filler.
It's what they take to strike a spark.
And we are caught in the fire, so we will walk through the fire and let it burn, let it burn.
Showtime. I love a good entrance.
Same.
How are you with death scenes?
Complicated relationship.
Deal's this. I can't kill you. You take me to Hellsville in her place.
Buffy.
Is that really what you feel? Isn't life a miraculous thing?
I think you already know. Life's a show, and we all play our parts. And when the music starts, open up our hearts.
Oh shit.
Where there's life, there's hope. Every day's a gift. Wishes can come true. You work so hard all day to fit in this glittering world.
She needs backup. I need
Don't give me something to sing about.
Okay, let's go.
Still, my friends don't know why I ignore the million things I should be dancing for. Family and friends, all the twists and bends, knowing that it ends. Well, that depends on if they let you go. That when you vowed, you leave the crowd. There was no pain,
oh fuck,
no fear, no doubt, till they pulled me out of heaven.
Oh fuck.
So that's my refrain. I live in hell, 'cause I've been expelled from heaven. I think I was in heaven. So give me something to sing about.
Oh. Damn, okay. It's really cool, I guess. Oh. Oh.
Life's not a song. Life isn't bliss. Life is just this. It's living. You'll get along. The pain that you feel, you only can heal by living. You have to go on living.
The hardest thing in this world is to live in it.
Get out of here.
I smell power.
Oh, Willow, whatever you're about to do, don't do it.
I didn't summon anything.
Well, now that's a twist.
Then one of us, probably.
Sandra.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know it was gonna happen.
What?
Just wanted to make sure we'd work out. You know, get a happy ending.
There's no way.
Does this mean that I have to be your queen?
It's tempting, but I think we'll waive that clause just this once. What a lot of fun. You guys have been real swell. All those secrets you've been concealing, say you're happy now. Once more with feeling. Now I gotta run. See you home.
I love this dude. Bye, dude. Please come back. You were a fun monster. Okay, now we just have to cope with what we just heard. That's fine. That's totally fine.
Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here?
Understand we'll go hand in hand, but we'll walk alone in fear.
Tell me,
where do we go
Willow looks devastated.
Bugger this.
When did the trial?
Hey.
You should go back inside. The day you suss out what you do want, there'll probably be a parade.
Okay. Oh.
You don't have to say anything.
I touch the fire and it freezes me.
I died.
I look into it
many
and
years
it's
ago.
black. This isn't real,
You can make me
but I just wanna feel.
Oh fuck!
Where do we go from here?
Oh my god, that is an ending. That is an ending. Wow. It's just like, wow. I just... Oh my god. I just, wow. Wow. Oh my god, this episode was just insane. This was crazy. This was absolutely crazy. And I cannot believe it's just so much. I was gonna say, I can't believe they kissed, but I also can't believe that the truth came out about Buffy being in freaking heaven. And I can't believe that Tara knows that Willow, like, oh god, there's just so much. There's just so much. I can't believe that it looks like Giles is gonna leave, like, for reals. Like, I swear to god, man. If you're gonna leave, just do it. Just don't break my heart this slowly. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insane. Holy shit. I actually really, really did enjoy this episode. That was an experience. Oh wow. I feel just so overwhelmed. Wow. And it was so interesting, like the way they go about it, you know. It was so original, it was so fresh, it was so fun. I was like entertained throughout the entirety of it, you know. It felt like a mini movie. That just works so freaking well. Oh my god. I don't even know where to start with my discussion, man. I don't even know. I think I have to talk about the whole Buffy and Heaven idea, just because that to me has been like the most meaningful part of the season so far, like having that discovery and just like seeing how Buffy's handling it. Gosh, I feel like I need some water. Wow, you know, that was just so exciting. By the way, did Allison Hannigan not have a musical number? I got curious about that because I feel like we saw all the rest sing, right? I mean, I don't think Michelle sang that much, but she definitely sang. I feel like all the rest sort of got their songs, except for Allison. Does anybody know what's up? Did she not want to sing? Does she not feel comfortable singing? Or am I going crazy? Oh my god, let me calm down. Can't believe these motherfuckers kissed, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Wow. Maybe I should talk about that. I want to talk about that. Wow. I feel like this episode was so much about like setting up things, but it was also about like following through with them, because so much of what they were setting up this episode I didn't expect to actually come out to this episode. But I feel like this episode, it's like everything happens, you know. It's not just like, oh, this truth is going to come out at a certain point. It's like we're putting it all out in the open, you know. Like, they're just like, they're all storylines that we have been discussing throughout the season, and it all like comes down to this fucking episode. So I am like, I didn't even have coffee this morning, and you guys know that I usually have coffee with the episodes. This episode was my coffee, because I feel like I'm shaking just like out of sheer just, I don't know, serotonin, excitement, feelings. Listen, I have to talk about, let's talk about Buffy in Heaven. I have to go there just because, gosh, it's so heartbreaking to me that the truth needs to come out in this moment, but it's so realistic, you know. It reminds me of Buffy not showing Dawn and Joyce that she was crying in like episode 508, right? I think it was Shadow, you know, where she's like sort of a little bit crying on Riley's arms and not allowing herself to. I think we've always seen that Buffy has cared so much about other people, and always protects them like above herself. I could also totally understand why she wouldn't want to tell them. It is a really big deal that sort of like changes everything. But I was waiting. I knew that at some point it had to come out because it was a little bit too big to keep it a secret forever. But I kind of thought that it was going to come out slowly, as in Buffy realizing that this is something that she has to say and she has to share for her own well-being. The fact that it all comes out like in a music where she's not exactly like in control of things, to me is quite heartbreaking, because it makes me think that she was never going to come to that in her own. If the music hadn't pushed her to tell them the truth, I'm not sure she ever would have. It really resonates with me because I do think that adds up with Buffy's character, but it's just so heartbreaking. She's just too selfless, you know, walking up there and saying she's gonna go to hell, be his little wifey. No, you're not, ma'am. Stop being so selfless. I love Buffy so much. Every single episode that passes makes me love Buffy more, and it's really, I just adore her. And that, I don't know, that part just really, really hurts me. But I'm just really glad that one way or another the truth is out, and now they can actually work in like processing that, even though that one's really, really going to hit Willow. Her facial expressions, finding that out, so painful. Like, I'm telling you, Alison Hannigan, like, she's got a talent with that little face of hers, because she makes me feel so hard. You know, she looked completely devastated, and I can't imagine how hard it's going to be for her to come to terms with that. It hurts even more knowing that she's not going to have Tara to rely on that much, because obviously there's a talk that needs to happen there. You guys know I love Willow and Tara more than anything, but they need to talk. I want Tara to be there for Willow, don't get me wrong, but I need that talk to happen first. I need Willow to like sort of understand why what she did was wrong and like, you know, come to terms with all of that. But I don't think that's going to happen that easily. So I feel like she's going to have to cope with this huge discovery on her own. And that really kind of breaks my heart. Gosh, this episode was insane. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, whoa. I feel like I just went into like this one specific thing that was in my head. But I feel like we have to talk about the musical aspect of it in general. It was amazing. Listen, it was kind of funny just because like it is funny when people break into song. I don't know if I was meant to laugh. I thought it was funny. Seeing Giles just randomly decide that not decide, but you know, seeing Giles' thoughts being transformed into music, it's hilarious. It's freaking hilarious. I love it. Okay, I was a little bit worried, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to say it in the beginning of the episode because I didn't want to like jinx it. But I feel like musical episodes can definitely like be either a highlight of the show and be one of the best episodes, or they could definitely be like a breaking point. Like there was one show, not going to name names, but there was definitely one show that the musical episode was so bad that I quit the show. Like I genuinely stopped watching it. I couldn't get through that episode. It was just outrageous. But anyways, because I had heard of this episode, I knew that it had to be like a good one. But at the same time, I don't know. I was just like, I was a little bit concerned because I feel like musical episodes are complicated and I wasn't sure if all of these actors were singers or not. So sometimes that can, you know, I don't know, be awkward or whatever. But it just like, it worked out so well. I have no criticism other than maybe I would have liked to see Alison Hannigan sing a little bit more. But like in general, I thought it was amazing. I thought that the songs were really interesting. Like I really want to sit down and like read those lyrics. I'm sure that there was some stuff that I for sure missed because it gets very distracting. Like this is a very overstimulating episode, you know, with the melodies and the lyrics and the subtext while they're dancing. It's very overwhelming, you know, in a good way of like, I want to be able to rewatch this episode. But like, I don't know, it was just so fun, guys. It's such a great like idea and it was so random. Like I know that I was expecting it to happen, but it wasn't exactly what I expected when I heard of a musical episode. You know, my idea of it was that we were gonna have like a couple of music numbers here and there, but I imagined a lot more like dialogue, and I also thought it was going to be something very specific to our squad. I would have never imagined that like the whole Sunnydale was going to be singing as well. Like these poor people from Sunnydale don't have one moment of goddamn fucking peace. They always get dragged into whatever monster, you know, just happens to be in town. I can't express it. Maybe I feel about this in a similar way than I feel about Buffy and Spike, where it's like I was sort of expecting it because I sort of thought it was going to happen, and yet nothing could have prepared me for how it actually was or how it felt and anything like that. I thought it was very, very creative. I feel like it came at a good point in like the season, because the last episode versus the next one, there's going to be a huge shift in dynamic in how these characters are talking to each other and how they're feeling and stuff like that. So I really enjoy that, like, you know, sort of twist where this episode, I feel like, just completely changed where the season is going by having everything out in the open. And I kind of really like that. And I still can't stop thinking about Buffy and Spike kissing. I can't get over that, guys. Because they have so much chemistry. I was not expecting to ship this much. You guys know that, like, my alliances lie with Bangel, but I think they also lie with Buffy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, like, how to pick, if that makes sense. Like, because I always thought, like, you know, that because I felt so strongly about Bangel, I wasn't really going to be able to dig Buffy and Spike this much. I was wrong. I can guarantee you that was a wrong thought that I had. I have quite a lot of those. That's one of them, because I'm feeling it hard. Like, I don't know, there's just something about them and the buildup that I'm really digging. And I'm very curious to know what the next steps are going to be now that, like, you know, Buffy made a choice. You know, he was saying that she doesn't, but now she did. I don't know how she's going to cope with that information. Like, she could either lean into it or, like, completely try and forget that it happened and say that it was a mistake or something. And I think I'm leaning more towards the, like, she's gonna pretend it's a mistake and, like, she didn't actually mean it. Like, I don't think they're gonna go straight into couple land right now. Gosh, this is what's so hard about Willow right now. I don't think Buffy can exactly rely on Willow right now, because Willow's just gonna be, like, I think Willow's gonna, I don't think she can look at Buffy the same way. I would want Buffy to go to Willow and talk about her feelings and say, like, oh, this is, you know, sort of what's happening with Spike. But I don't think they can do that right now, because I think that there's a much bigger conversation that needs to happen before they can go back to, like, that place of normalcy. And I just don't think they're there, because they need to have the big heaven conversation first. And I can't see Willow having it right now. I think Willow's gonna need, like, at least an episode to sort of, like, come to terms and understand that, because I think they're all going to need a while. Like, I think that those are conversations that are going to have to happen, but I just don't know how soon they can happen, because how do you process something this big? I want her to talk to somebody. Maybe she's going to talk to Xander and or Tara. I mean, I have been trying to further this Buffy and Tara best friends agenda forever. So, like, just do it. Just talk, please. I want to hear Buffy confide in somebody else, you know, because I think what Spike was saying, and I think he was kind of right, is that, like, they have something very special in between them, but I feel like it's so in between them right now. I don't think the rest of the squad is catching on that much, and I think it's going to be very interesting to actually have them talk about it. Anyways, I'm just so excited for what Buffy and Spike have in store for me right now. I'm just so glad that they're actually acknowledging these feelings for each other. I have been waiting for this. It has been worth the wait. That was a good kiss, and I'm just so excited. What else is there to say? I have to talk about Tara, because I love Tara, and so I just want to talk about her. Her musical number was amazing, even though it really hurts when she, I mean, of course, when she was talking about being under a spell, I was seeing the double meaning, but I knew that because she didn't know about it, she was not singing that. She was singing more of a spell of, like, love, right? Because, yeah. But then when she sings that song again, you know, when there's, like, the reprise and now it has a completely different meaning, that shit hurts, okay? And her duet with Giles was amazing. Like, I think that my favorite musical numbers, ooh, I should talk about this, right? That's fun. What my favorite musical numbers were. God damn it, I feel like it was all of them. But I really, really enjoy the musical numbers where they sort of all come together and sing. And so I really enjoyed having Tara and Giles have a little bit of a mashup of a duet. I feel like that worked really well. I mean, I have to say Tara's song, You're Under a Spell, You're Under My Spell, whatever, the spell song has to be a favorite. And I think I really enjoyed Buffy's song about the fire, touching the fire or feeling the fire. I like the fire song. And I kind of just liked seeing all of them together at the end, even though it kind of felt like they were saying they're together, but they also need to be able to do things alone. That leads me to Giles. I feel like we got to talk about that. I'll think about favorite songs and discuss it a little bit later, but I have been concerned about Giles for a while, you know, ever since he got taken down as a series regular and went to a special guest star. There's just some facial expressions that he's been having the last few episodes, you know, like sort of when he gives Buffy the money and she's like, you know, I love having you here and being able to count on you, and he gives like, you know, a sort of like look, and I think this episode we finally get to hear what's on his mind, because I wasn't sure what was happening. You know, I have to say a part of me was thinking like, oh god, is Giles dying? Is Giles sick too? Because I was ready to lose it. I wasn't sure what it was about, and I think this episode finally showed me that it's not that he has to go back to England, like it's not anything medical or like, you know, his family needs him. I think it's more emotional, if that makes sense. Apparently he wants to be able to let Buffy live a life where she doesn't depend on him so much. And listen, I want to start off by saying I get it, so that I can follow that by saying I don't get it 100%, because this is a conversation actually that has been showing up in the past though, and I don't think everybody agrees with me. So before you come yelling at the comments, just don't. We can have different opinions, and I think that my opinion with this might be slightly unpopular. I don't necessarily get it 100%, you know, because when Joyce passed away, I think that there were a lot of instances where I was talking about how I wish Giles was stepping up a little bit more. I remember there being conversations with Giles where, you know, Buffy was asking him for help and he kind of says no. And a part of me totally gets it, because first of all, it's not his responsibility. It's just not. And second of all, I could understand that he wants Buffy to be independent. But another part of me is just so overprotective of Buffy that I can't understand it that much, because if you have the ability to help, why wouldn't you, you know? And I feel like the fact that he's not obliged to help because he's not family, I'm like, I think we've kind of established that you are family. I think that's sort of the point of the show, and the point of the episode Family, is to establish that all of these characters are a family. They have more than a friendship bond. I think it's stronger than that. I understand, because of course Buffy's only going to be able to be independent by like having to be independent, but I also feel like we can cut her a little bit more slack. Her mom died, she's having to raise her teenage sister, and she died. So maybe we can give her a couple more months, you know, help her out as much as we can. And then, you know, if she's getting a little bit too codependent, I guess then we can talk about maybe creating some more boundaries, letting Buffy do more things on her own. That's not a truth that they can exactly talk about, because it didn't seem like Buffy was hearing him. That's something that I was confused, because I feel like in all the other musical numbers, everybody was aware of it and they were all listening to each other. But, you know, Buffy was sort of like, what's happening when he was singing? I don't know if, could she have been lying? She would not, right? Like, pretend like she didn't listen to it just because she didn't want to have to talk about it. I don't think so. I guess this means he's going to have to just, like, sit down and tell her and just talk to her about this and his desires to leave and his desires to, you know, have her gain her independence. Don't get me wrong, I understand how important it is to be independent, but I just keep thinking that, like, she's a what at this point, like 21, 2-ish, like, cut her some slack, I beg of you. I just love Buffy so much. I'm sorry. I'm always going to be protective about Buffy. I feel like in moments where I guess some people might pick sides, I'm always gonna have to be on Buffy's side. But I think this is a conversation we're gonna have in the next episode. We'll see. Or maybe he's just going to pretend like it didn't happen. That works for me. As long as he wants to pretend, that completely works for me. Usually I'm all about like discussing feelings and, you know, not hiding stuff. We can ignore that one. I'm okay with that. Okay, we also have to talk about Xander and Anya. Their duet was amazing. Their relationship is amazing. Their love for each other is just amazing. I feel like their problems don't sound nearly as daunting as Willow and Tara's right now, which is in a way is a relief, because like, okay, at least I got one couple that I don't have to like stress out about, because to me it doesn't feel like a deal breaker, you know. It feels like all their issues that they were singing about are just so normal, you know. It comes with their relationship territory, and it doesn't feel like something outrageous. It feels like, you know, stuff that just happens and that you're gonna talk it over and it's just gonna make you stronger. Like, I believe in them so much, I'm like not even worried about them getting through it. You know, I think that Willow and Tara have something a little bit bigger going on because they're not on the same page. You know, Tara has very clear feelings about magic that Willow simply does not understand, that cannot get through to her head. And until they fix that, I'm just not sure how they're going to be able to get back to where they were. This is really upsetting me, but it's fine. Willow and Tara are fine. They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine, but it just hurts. Like, I'm not stressed out about them either, but I'm a little bit more stressed out than Xander and Anya. Because I don't think they would actually break them up, right? Because if they broke up, Willow and Tara, like, broke them up, like, for reals, they wouldn't. I don't think they would. I'm going to hold on to that hope. Oh, and I guess we can talk a little bit about Dawn. Because, okay, I'm glad I'm not crazy with, like, the kleptomania or whatever. Like, I was noticing that she randomly got it a couple of things, but I didn't really read much into it until it happened again. And okay, it feels like the truth came out a little because, you know, it kind of sounded like a little bit of BS when she was saying that it was on the floor and she just grabbed it and stuff. But I don't know exactly what this means. I am going to need a therapist to walk me through this right now and explain to me what kleptomania actually means, because I'm sure that there are, like, you know, psychological reasons. You know, sometimes I think it's for the high and stuff like that, but I feel like Dawn already lives a pretty exciting life. So I don't know if she'd be doing it exactly for, like, the rush of the feeling. So I don't know. I'm very curious about that, because I hope that that's not something that, like, they just wanted to do right now as, like, a fake off so that we wouldn't know that Xander's the one who called the demon, which, what? Really? But anyways, I don't know if that was just, like, to sort of distract us from all that, or if it's actually going to be a storyline or something that we could talk about. But I kind of hope it is, because I'm very curious about that. I want to talk very briefly about this, like, demon man, because I don't know why. I found him to be one of the most compelling villains we've ever seen. He looked like just a nice dude. This was a dude that I would, like, 100% want to hang out and, like, get coffee with and, like, just, like, get to know a little bit more of his thoughts on life. I don't know. This demon was just, I really, really liked him. I vibed with him. His vibe, his aura, whatever the hell you want to call it, I enjoyed it. I mean, he makes people sing. Granted, I know that it doesn't turn out great in the end, but, like, I don't know. He really just seemed fun. And I kind of wonder how well he would get along with Lorne. When we met him, it kind of just made me think of, like, oh, I wonder if he's, like, you know, Lorne adjacent. If Lorne could ever harness his powers to do that. You know, because in a way, I feel like it was not just about singing. I think his power had so much to do with making people talk about their innermost thoughts, and, you know, Lorne is able to read them through music, and this guy sort of does almost the same thing, you know, where, like, he gets people to sort of sing what they're feeling. And the other thing I was gonna say is that it, like, just this whole idea of truth is just so incredible. I think so much of Buffy in the writing sense of it, because as you guys know, I studied screenwriting, so that's sort of like where I want to be at. And, you know, something that always stood out to me since, I would say probably since season 2, I think is when I really, really got into it. But, like, the writing in Buffy is so good. So many times when I'm watching TV shows, I'm like, oh, that doesn't, like, make sense, or, like, I don't know why that would happen. And I feel like with this TV show, everything that they do is, like, it's so real as to, like, oh, this is exactly what this character would do at this moment. And, like, you know, but at the same time, they can still have the twists. It's so well written. And I think that, like, something as big as, like, you know, truths, you always want to have secrets. Like, of course, it makes the show more interesting, but at the same time, it's so hard to make those secrets come out without being, like I said, it wouldn't make so much sense to me. I couldn't see the point where Buffy would share this truth to the squad. And so the fact that they would get an episode to make all these truths come out, truths that would not have come out if it wasn't for that, is just so great, because you still get, like, you get double the tension, because you get the tension of, like, oh shit, these truths are out, and oh shit, this person wouldn't have told me. So it was such an interesting way to do this. I'm, like, fascinated by this idea. I thought it was great. In general, I feel like I didn't talk about like the dance numbers. That was really fun. It was so creative. I'm usually not that much of a dance person, but I actually really enjoy dances and musicals. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's just like it really hit well. I think the dance numbers were very creative. Like I thought it was really fun to see Buffy, Tara, and Dawn. No, not Dawn, and Anya dancing. Like that was just really fun. And the last thing I wanted to do before I head out is that I actually thought maybe I could Google the Once More with Feeling lyrics, but I'm scared. Would I get a spoiler if I Googled it? I would love to be able to read those lyrics. Let me ask Lexi. I know she's online. Lexi pulled through. Thank you, Lexi. And she got me a link that has the lyrics to the songs. So I kind of just want to go through the lyrics right now. I don't know if I'm going to go through every song, but just kind of to get a feeling for it and see the things that I missed. Oh, I see that they're in alphabetical order. Okay, Coda. I don't know what Coda is. We are sorry, but we don't have lyrics for that song. Okay, that worked out well. Next one is Dawn's Ballet. Instrumental. Okay, we're doing really well so far. Next one's Dawn's Lament. Lament. Does anybody even notice? Does anybody even care? I already talked about those lyrics, so I'm just gonna skip that one. We're doing great. End credits. Mutant Enemy Mascot sings it. Grr arg. These lyrics are exactly what I was looking for. Okay. Going through the motions. Buffy and the Demons lyrics. So funny. I actually love them so much. Okay. Every single night, the same arrangement. I go out and fight the fights till I always feel the strangest estrangement. Nothing here is real. Nothing here is right. Oof. This one really hurts, man. Like seeing all the PTSD from having Buffy come back from the dead is just not fun. Hoping no one knows that I've been going through the motions, walking through the park. Nothing seems to penetrate my heart. I mean, this kind of just reminds me of how I remember Willow said something about how Buffy hadn't been showing so many feelings since she came back from the dead. And I guess this kind of just shows that like she's also feeling it, you know? I don't know, the song just gives me such like a deja vu, which makes sense as to why it was done, because this is like the intro song, right? It makes sense as to why that was the song in the beginning of the episode, because I feel like so much of Buffy is starting the episodes with the scenes, with the cemetery scenes. So the fact that it all kind of feels a little bit deja vu-ish to her, you know, of like she's been there, she's fought this fight. Just like, it makes sense. I get that, Buffy. I was always brave and kind of righteous. Now I find him wavering, crawling. Oof. You find this fight. Doesn't mean a thing. Ouch. She's going through the motions, faking it somehow. I hope now that she can stop faking it, you know, because of course she had to put up such a front so that they wouldn't know. But I think that now that they know, maybe she won't have to hide how she's feeling as much. I hope so. Will I stay this way forever? Sleepwalk through my life's endeavor. Oh man, I don't want to be going through the motions, losing all my drive. I can't even see if this is really me, and I just want to be alive. This song, man, like, this is just fully depression. Like, there's no other way to put it. This song's literally talking about what depression feels like and how she doesn't even feel alive, and that's really upsetting, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'm just gonna go to the next one now. I'll Never Tell, Xander and Anya lyric. This is the man that I plan to entangle, isn't he fine? He snores, she wheezes, they hydrate, she freezes. This is great. His penis got diseases is the best rhyme I've ever heard. That itself should already make this one of the best Buffy episodes ever. Aw, the vibe gets kind of scary, like she thinks I'm ordinary, like it's all just temporary. Like her toes are kind of hairy. Oh man. I mean, I guess it makes sense, you know, that Xander would have these insecurities. I feel like the two people that I see him, I want to say get closest to are obviously Buffy and Willow. I mean, other than Anya, duh. But I mean that, like, you know, people who he's sort of been growing up with, Buffy and Willow. And of course, Buffy's always been the Slayer, so she's always been especially strong. And then I guess Willow, having developed so much into magic, I guess I could see how he would feel a little bit more like ordinary. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't like that. I feel like he found his purpose. It doesn't have to be magic. It doesn't have to be supernatural. It's sad. He just hides behind his Buffy. I like that the songs, like, you know, sort of talks a little bit about their problems, but it's also adorable. Like, you know, you're the cutest of the Scoobies. You're adorable. He's scared, right? I think it's normal to be scared. That was really interesting way to say his theories. Okay, let's see. Main title is instrumental, great. Rest in Peace by Spike. That was an interesting one. It's like, is this a romance song? Kinda, but the song, like the title itself is already interesting. I died so many years ago, but you can make me feel like it isn't so. Oof. Ow. Oof. Ow. That was a hard one. You're scared, ashamed of what you feel, and you can't tell the ones you love. You know they couldn't deal. Whispers in a dead man's ear, it doesn't make it real. He wants something more. That's honestly pretty adorable. Who would have thought? Well, actually, we would have thought, because Spike has proven to be a romantic, but the fact that he's that much of a romantic, where like he not only wants to be with her, but he wants the whole world to know that he's with her, and that like their small little things aren't enough, that he wants a bigger commitment, that he wants something more. Like, Spike, why are you such a romantic? I love it. I don't want to play because being with you touches me more than I can say. And since I'm only dead to you, saying stay away and let me rest in peace. Ouch. Stop visiting my grave, let me rest in peace. Oh my god. Because Spike was like so okay with his life, right? I mean, he was kind of just, he was vibing, he was fine. And then Buffy really shook it all around, only to not actually want to commit. So I get why he like wants to be left alone in his grave. Oof, I know I should go, but I follow you like a man possessed. If my heart could beat, it would break my chest. This song is so Spike. This was so well written, because I feel like it's exactly what we talked about in, I want to say Fool for Love, right? When we get to see him making like these love poems for the girl that he was into. And just like this song is just so dramatic in that same way, and it's just so real that it just, oof, it hits. Oh my. You know what? I think this one has to be one of my favorite ones, because it's just so, I love it. The next one, Sacrifice from the Gift. I think these are the ones that are instrumental. Yeah, instrumental, something to sing about. Oh, no, this one has lyrics. Life's a show and we all play our parts, yeah. Where there's life, there's hope. Every day is a gift. She needs backup. Anya, Tara. I'm glad that Giles sort of like changed his mind on this, by the way, because it felt so mean to just leave her there. I figured that he would have at least, you know, sort of followed her, even if she didn't know, so that he was still there in case, you know, things went poorly. But he just believes in her so much, though, and that I appreciate. Life's a song you don't get to rehearse, and every single verse can make it that much worse. There we go. That's the depression. There we go, ma'am. I knew it was there somewhere. Well, knowing that it all ends, well, that depends on if they let you go, just hurts so bad. God damn it. Oh my god. That really is very upsetting. Or if they know enough to know that when you've bowed, you leave the crowd. I live in hell because I've been expelled from heaven. Oh, Buffy. You have to go on living, so one of us is living. And then the Dawn quote. No, I'm fine. I'm not going to talk about this song. We're fine. I'm just going to... Next. Standing in the Way, Giles. This one was a hard one. You're not ready for the world outside. You keep pretending, but you just can't hide. I know I said I'd be standing by your side, but I... And then he doesn't continue. That's fine. That's fine. The cries around you, you don't hear it all because you know I'm here to take that call. So you just lie there when you should be standing tall. Fuck. In that sense of it, when I read it like that, I'm like, I kind of get it, Giles. I kind of get it. I could understand why she wouldn't necessarily be like giving 100% her best because she knows that he's always there if she needs him, but kind of hurts. Don't love it. So you just lie there. Oof, I wish I could lay your arms down and let you rest at last. Wish I could slay your demons, but now that time has passed. Wish I could stay here, but I'm standing in the way. I don't think you are, Giles, but okay. Okay, Sweet from Hush, Sweet from Restless. That's interesting, so I guess they were using samples from the others. Okay, The Mustard. I don't even remember this one. They got mustard out. They got the mustard out. Okay, guess I must have like taken that off my mind. There's one called The Parking Ticket. Oh, that was the lady. That was a fun one. That was funny. Oh, Under Your Spell. I kind of love this one because, I mean, it gets kind of sad when you think about the end of the episode. But at that point in time, The hard thing with Tillo is I love them so much that I was still very much enjoying the song, even if she was saying that she was under her spell, and she technically is because Willow betrayed her very much, but it's fine. I figured that was my place. Now I'm bathed in light, something that isn't right. The fact that Willow makes her feel like she's bathed in light when nobody ever looked at her. I'm under your spell, how else could it be? Anyone would notice me. It's magic, I can tell. Listen, I get how this can be interpreted as the spell that Willow did, but I am going to keep interpreting this song as just her being so in love with Willow that she feels like she's under a spell because of that. I can focus on the good side of this song, okay? The reprise, sure, I don't have an explanation for that part, but this part, this is good. This is just love. I saw a world enchanted. That's so true. This her scene, you know, especially her dress, it felt so much like a princess. It really reminded me of the actual movie Enchanted. It felt very much like just a dream sequence because it was so pretty and so beautiful and just so romantic. Finally, I knew everything I dreamed was true. It's fine. Spread beneath my willow tree. I see what you did there. You make me believe, you make me complete. I love that. Under your spell reprise. Well, that's a problem. I'm under your spell, God, how can this be? Playing with my memory. You know, I've been through hell. Well, don't you see? There'd be nothing left in me. You made me believe. No, this one sucks. This one's just sad. I don't like this one. I'm just gonna skip. What's the next one? Walk through the fire. Okay, this one I really enjoyed. Let's see. I touch the fire and it freezes me. I mean, this reminds me so much of, I want to say 518, you know, death is your gift. That's all fire reminds me of in this show at this point. Why can't I feel? Again, all of Buffy's songs are straight up talking about depression. I want the fire back. Yep. So I'll walk through the fire, because where else can I turn? So one by one they turn from me. I guess my friends can't face the cold. Not one of them knows and can never be told. I'm not even gonna. We're fine. Caught in the fire, the point of no return until we walk through the fire and let it burn. I mean, that's sort of the gist of the show. You really kind of are stuck in the fire and stuff. It's fine. We're fine. I'm gonna go to the next one. What you feel. Oh, this is from the Mr. Demon Man. I mean, I don't think there's too much to interpret in this song. It was just a really fun one. I'm 15, so this queen thing's illegal. I love Dawn. What you feel reprise. What a lot of fun. You guys have been so really swell, real swell. I can't read. All the secrets you've been concealing. Say you're happy now. Once more with feeling. Now I gotta run. See you well in hell. That's really... I was telling you, I really like this, man. Okay, the last song. Where do we go from here? Yeah, nice title. That's fine. Why is the path unclear when we know home is near? When does the end appear? When do the trumpets cheer? Ooh! I mean, this one's just so true because, you know, they defeat all the demons every single season and they're like, oh, the end is near. We finally got it. We finally defeated them. And they never did because there's always more. Wow. I wanted to read the lyrics to see sort of what I missed. So I figured, you know, if I'm going to stop this video and read it anyways, I might as well read it on camera in case there's anything to say. And these lyrics are actually just really, really interesting. And some of them are very deep. I love it. I think this episode was just freaking amazing. I don't even know what else to say. I just want to give props to the people who created this episode. That was awesome. And it was really freaking fun. That's all I got to say.
1 week later.
Hi friends and welcome. Today we are back for a very quick video. I said very quick, too quick. I'm not sure how quick, but it's gotta be quick. I am here because I decided to react to the Once More With Feeling, like behind the scenes, because that's just so exciting. I'm a huge behind the scenes person. Well, I think that like since I'm already here, I might as well talk a little bit about the episode because gosh, my gosh, how things have changed in the 4 to 5 days, I guess, since I've seen this episode. I feel like my feelings towards it just like keep changing, like for the better, I would say. I mean, not that I didn't love it when I watched it the first time, but the more I listened to the soundtrack And the more I like rewatching the episode, I was like, holy fucking shit. I just love it each time more. So I figured that I could come back in here and give a little bit of some afterthoughts of like, how is this episode sitting with me after having been with it for like, 4 to 5 days. Gosh, I fucking love this episode. So I would say that about 5 to 10 minutes after I actually stopped recording my reaction and I had time to like, I don't know, start thinking about the episode, I was like, yeah, I think this might have been the best Buffy episode we have ever seen. And sitting with it, I rewatched it like shortly after. I was already sure before I went into the rewatch. Like I genuinely made up my mind as soon as I like stopped recording. And then, given it a little bit more time to like sit with it and just like rewatching, I was just like more sure of my decision. I think this might have been the best episode of Buffy that we have seen so far. I mean, how do you manage to do an upbeat musical about depression with lyrics like these? I can't. I definitely enjoyed it the first time around, but I think I enjoyed watching this episode more for the second time. I don't know, I think it's just me. I felt very overstimulated the first time that I was watching because I was trying to pay attention to like the choreography and the lyrics and like the song itself, like the melody, and then just also, trying to pay attention to what the episode was doing. And that's like, that was amazing. It was so Buffy. Like this is the most Buffy musical episode they could have ever done. Like I can't possibly describe how fucking Buffy-ish it is to have just a straight up musical about depression. But anyways, I would say that like going into it the second time around, I mean, nothing beats the like excitement of the first time and the feelings of like, having seen Dara do a love song, sort of to Willow and stuff like that. Like nothing beats the emotions of the first time. But I would say that like, just personally, I think that watching it for the second time and sort of knowing a little bit of like what to expect and knowing a little bit more of the lyrics and just like being able to pay attention to it like all over again, like, I feel like the second watch still felt like a first watch because I was still learning and seeing so much that I hadn't seen before. And so I thoroughly enjoyed my Once More with Feeling rewatch. I almost rewatched it for a third time last night, but then I stopped myself from doing it because I felt like it was going to be excessive, so I didn't. But please know that I kind of wanted to. I have been listening to the soundtrack a lot. I'm not like a huge music person, so when I find pieces of music that I like, I might listen to them a little bit obsessively, like because I'll just put them on shuffle and that's that. So I have been listening to the Buffy album on shuffle, on repeat for the last 45 days. One of the reasons that I wanted to do this like beginning afterthoughts is because I wanted to talk about my favorite songs, because I think I mentioned my favorite songs right after the episode, but I think they might have changed a little, not that much if I remember what I said. So I felt like I should say what they are. Ooh, or should I check my Spotify? I feel like there's ways, I know that I've definitely done this, ways to like track what you've listened to on Spotify. I guess we'll do that later. I'll say what my favorite songs are that I believe are my favorite songs. Anyways, gosh, I'm like freaking out. There's so much to say and feel about this episode. So I think my favorite songs, I think number one has to be Something to Sing About. It's just so good. It hurts. Like that just twist in the middle where she actually, says it. Gosh, the lyrics for that song. It's like 10 out of 10. I think that one has to be number one for me. And then that's where it gets complicated because I want to say like, I love Under Your Spell. I really do, but I think that my number two would have to be a tie. Maybe I would say the first song of the episode, actually, would have to be my number two. It's like Overture, whatever they call it, like Alive or something. I love that song. The more I listen to it, the more I'm like, holy fuck, man. But I was going to say it's going to be a tie of that and Walking Through Fire. Because those two just like, lyrics wise, I would say that those three songs are just like genuinely mind blowing. I mean, I would say that the Spike one is also genuinely just, Yeah, so then Walking Through Fire, then I'd say Under Your Spell. I'd say those are like my top four songs. There's just such great lyrics. Like the more I listen to it, the more I like get these lyrics, and they're just like Other than like my penis got diseases, which I think is like the best lyric of the whole thing. You know, I think also, not that I had like misinterpreted, but I sort of missed I mean, I heard the demon guy say once more with feeling, but I don't think I had like fully gotten the context for the whole song because I was so overwhelmed. I feel really bad. I think my reaction was genuinely horrible because I was going through an out-of-body experience, which honestly I feel like you can probably tell. But you know, the fact that he says, you know, say you're happy now once more with feeling, I was like, oh my god, just I can't. Like, it is the perfect episode, like, title. I mean, it is the perfect episode, but I meant to say, like, that is the perfect way to sum up this episode. Another one of my favorites that I forgot to mention is that I love the Under Your Spell standing, like, reprise, like, the duet with Tara and Giles. I think that is, like, the serotonin that I feel listening to that is a lot. I honestly love it. I think their voices work out so well. I think it is incredibly devastating. Willow, can't you tell there's nothing left of me? It's fine. It's just, gosh, I'm doing such a terrible job at this video. It's just so many feelings right now. I just love that you can tell how much it is just like the genuine actors singing, because all of their voices are so specific. Like Allison's voice, I know that she has 2 lines in the entire episode, like singing lines, but it's just when you hear it, you're like, holy shit, that's Allison Hannigan. Like, I can't describe it. Like, I like that it wasn't like edited beyond recognition, because I feel like that happens a lot with music and I guess sometimes musicals, especially when, you know, you're in a TV show, and I guess most of them are actors, even though apparently I think some of the Buffy actors are singers, which I mean is becoming quite clear. But I love all of their voices because it's so them. It's just I love it. I am becoming slightly, like, progressively more obsessed with this episode as time goes on, but in a very mentally stable way. Don't you worry. Oh, I kind of want to check my Spotify stats. I feel like I can do that, right? To see what my Spotify says is my top songs, because personally, I think that they would have to be Under Your Spell, Walking Through Fire, and Something to Sing About, but we're gonna see. I don't know if Overture makes it. Oof. Okay, of course. Under Your Spell's number 1. Listen, I blame the lesbians. Something to Sing About, Overture. Oh, interesting. I wouldn't think Overture, it was the 3rd one.
Several months later.
Walk Through the Fire, number 5. Ow, Domi. Ow. The fact that the parking ticket is number 7. I feel like I should skip that song, and I don't. Very interesting. I'm not sure what I was expecting. I'm not sure it was this. Oh my god, the fact that... Oh, okay, we're gonna ignore the Taylor there. Great, so we already have Buffy in my top for the 6 months. 2 songs. That's very normal behavior, don't worry. Oh my god, and Overture is number 8. This is sad. I'm just gonna not show the rest of these stats because this is getting embarrassing because it's really just Taylor Swift. It's fine. I feel like the lyrics for this episode, I just want to know who hurt Joss Whedon. You know, because when I'm doing my own TV shows, because I want to be a writer, showrunner. I'm so basic, but it's fine. Whenever people are watching my stuff and it's hopefully devastating them, whenever they ask, you know, who hurt her, the answer is definitely going to be Joss Whedon. And so I want to know who hurt Joss Whedon. Who is the person that did that for him? Like, because those are some really sad lyrics. Let's read the title of the next episode so that I can make some predictions. I don't know if I'm feeling predictions right now. I kind of just want to feel this episode once more with a feeling. So the next episode is called Tabula Rasa. I don't think I said that right. Okay. That feels like something I should Google, but I kind of don't want to do that right now. I feel like I've talked enough. I feel like I've felt enough. I kind of want to keep the once more with feeling vibe going. So I'm kind of just going to stick to predictions next episode. I don't know what to say. This episode was amazing. I would stick with it. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had like 1% of the fun that I have watching this episode, because then I'll know that you actually had fun watching this video. But yeah, just thank you all for watching. Thank you, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, for existing. It's a great show. Thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to watch this and share my feelings about it. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys in the next episode. So thank you all, and bye bye. Stay safe. Big hugs. Lots of love.